Alright everyone, Supreme Kami over here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Valkylander over here. So this unit over here is going to be from your build divers rewrites over here. So in terms of the base model kit over here, you guys can see that you guys can take a quick guess of like which one this unit actually resembles. You guys can see it does have that little green piece right there that resembles like the GN drive area over here. So you guys take a quick second and just kind of guess which unit this is over here. So if you guys do know, this unit over here is probably the ST version of the Astraea over here. So I do actually have it pulled up next to me right here. So this is pretty much what we are basing off from over here. So this is one of the welfare unit that we have gotten, I believe, last year around, I want to say. So this one is a pretty good overall base unit to be following us. So that's pretty good. I just happened to just kind of notice it, so that's why I want to show you guys right here as well. So in terms of the Valkylander over here, so we do have 9 different parts to be upgrading for your bingo set. So this is going to be one of the more expensive one, and I actually went ahead to grab the rewards for one of the parts that we have to upgrade. What is it? The twin rifle, the GN flare device, and the launcher device, because I actually ran out of those material to upgrade to 6 stars. Yeah, to 6 stars. So that's all. Like, let me grab a few pieces and then I'll be back. So in terms of this overall unit, you are gonna need 45 transform pieces, 15 of the for computer, and then I believe 30 of the high firepower pieces. So there's quite a lot to be upgrading for. But I will have to say, in terms of all the other rewards, in terms of for your bingo set, you are pretty much getting everything back. The only thing you're not really getting back as much is probably going to be the awakening circuit to the 6 star. That one is on, I believe in total they're only giving out 15, which is a little bit less. I do wish that they would kind of even it out to just give you as much as you need in order to upgrade your parts. But let's me do kind of quickly go over the set and just kind of see what we're looking at in terms of some good portrait. So the portrait in this one is already bad. Any collateral damages, I don't really consider them as being that good anyway. So in terms of the stat, I don't think there's anything too impressive in this one. The defensive stat is not too high. Offensive, I think for shot is a pretty good. I think that has been pretty good all around lately, you know, being at 7,000, so that's not bad. In melee, I think is pretty much what you can expect from a head part anyway, so that's not bad. So transformer and then high firepower. So this one is more so like a melee type unit. So obviously this one is a transformable unit. So I believe this one was actually supposed to be like a dragon initially, and then it transformed into an actual Gundam. So that's why they went ahead and gave it that word tag right there. So alright, moving on to the torso. So we do have Transam, but they call it what? Grenam? I don't even know how you want to pronounce that, but this one is going to be offering a speed increase, melee attack increase, and then shot attack increase. So this one is actually favoring a little bit more shot attack centric. So but in terms of EX skill wise, we're getting okay, so we actually do have 1 melee and 1 shot, so I guess that is a fair play. I mean 19% and 29% is not really that much, so I wouldn't really sacrifice the EX skill slot for an actual awakening skill. So that's pretty much why I would rather get them feel like an actual EX skill instead. So that's that, but overall pretty good. So stat wise is a pretty much really balanced out. So your melee and shot attack is pretty good. Defensive stat, shot attack is shot defense is slightly higher. So we took a look at the EX skill already. Word tag wise is going to be the same as the head part. So okay. Alright, moving on to the arm and see what we have. So the armor does actually have some pretty good chunks of melee attacks, so that are, yeah, melee attacks, that's not bad. Shot attack is pretty respectable as well, but defensive stat is definitely not near as much as I want it to be, so that's unfortunate. So in terms of the portrait, is actually not bad. So while transformer, melee power boost by 25%, so that's actually a pretty sizable chunk. So pretty much what you can expect from like a warfare part. So I will have to say this arm pieces is definitely very usable in the actual melee build. So if you guys are starting on new to the game, this one is definitely a piece you can kind of invest into and potentially just carry out to a pretty good long distance of the game. In like, let's say for your story mission, you want to kind of get by them as fast as you can. So I feel like, you know, this one is definitely one of the part you might actually want to make a little bit of an investment into. So alright, move on to the legs, see what we have. So overall style wise, it's going to be pretty much the same. Pretty good melee attack and shot attack overall. The defensive side is not really too good, so in terms of the actual change gear, you're not really converting your defense to the attack is not going to be that well noticeable. Alright, so we are getting another EXQ power boosting, so this one is actually pretty huge for your P attribute specifically, so not bad. Definitely very good right there. Alright, moving on to the back part, let's see what we have. So, wow, so we're getting some 3k for both melee attack and shot attack, so that's quite good. So portrait wise over here, so we are getting when saber category equipped, all enemy Kuda up by 17%. So this one is a very reminiscent to the Barbatoros's warfare unit that we have gotten, I believe, towards the end of the year. I believe it was like near that area we got that as a warfare suit. Well, I think it was a little bit past that because we got the rerun a few months later. So this one is going to be a very sneaky option to make your opponent's cooldown reduction type build kind of extend what they actually need. So 100% would not really cut it anymore because you do have a 17% hanging there. So your opponent will most likely need 117% to kind of bypass this over here. So this is a very disturbing portrait to be looking at. So definitely a very good portrait to be using, especially in the 3v3 arena specifically, just because I feel like there are a ton of players that actually uses a cooldown reduction type build. So definitely not a bad option to sneak in there for sure. Alright, moving on to the melee weaponry. So we do have an EXQ over here, so quite surprised enough. So we also do have a little bit of a shot attack, so that's quite good to see. So GN spin sword, so this one is coming in at 8 PRC power. So if and whenever, like maybe a very long time later, when we do actually get some alteration for this sword right here, you can expect somewhere along the line of maybe like B power, B minus power, I will have to say. So that's talking about like, I want to say 2 to maybe 1 to 2 years later on. Definitely not anything we can expect in a short time span. So just unfortunate right now, we're just not getting that B power, like a higher power modifier, but it is what it is. So right, we do actually have 2 range weaponry over here, so let me go over with this one first. So this one also does give you a little bit of a melee attack as well, so that's kind of quite good to see coming out from like a warfare unit. So EXQ wise is going to be literally the same in terms of the scaling, so A pierce and D power. So I'm not going to expect anything too powerful out of this EXQ unfortunately, so that's kind of sad. Alright, moving on to the shield. I will actually go over the last weapon real quick. So in terms of the shield, I actually do like the stat distribution that they're giving out right here. So you do have some pretty nice chunks of attack right there and defensive stat. As a shield, this one is definitely not meeting the standard because in terms of shield, you would expect a little bit more in terms of the defensive value, but I guess that is because they had to rebalance that out to the actual melee attack and shot attack, so that's unfortunate. Portrait wise, ooh, so this one is giving a flat out squad recovery up by 200 armor. Okay, so this one specifically does need you to run it in a squad to have all 3 composite P attribute. So this one is not going to be something you can just activate on a solo basis. So that is going to be the difference in terms of condition that we have seen thus far. So portrait wise is going to be literally the same, or the vortex is going to be literally the same thing as we have seen so far. So in terms of the other ranged weaponry, portrait wise, so when armor is 70% or less, cooldown reduce or cooldown at 40, reduce cooldown by 40% once over here. So having that kind of XP restriction is definitely not going to be something you can trigger immediately. So I don't know like how viable this one is actually, so it's good as a backup if you know you're going to take some damage. You want to run this definitely. But other than that, this is just a kind of like a filler portrait. It's not going to be too relevant in a way. So, alright, so every part kind of go over. Let me actually pick up the bingo set parts and then gonna do the premium sticky summoning. And then we can just go right ahead and do some EXQ testing over here. And then that should be pretty much it. So, like I said again, I did went ahead to pick up the bingo set. We worked with this one already because I was low. I went ahead and upgraded every parts for the build project burning them to everything to level to 7 star, so that's why I'm out. I'm literally out of resources right now. So alright, so yep, this one is definitely really good. Got some upgrade nippers, that's always going to be good. So the only thing they're not really giving that much in terms of volume is definitely going to be, oh, it's gone. Can't even show you guys. It's going to be this one right here. Let me just kind of pull up a random part right here. So the only pieces that they're not really giving out that much is actually going to be this one over here. So this one over here, the actual awakening circuit, I would do kind of wish that they can increase the volume about that by slightly, kind of evenly match with like how many bingo parts set are we upgrading for. But 15 is just not really meeting the expectation, because with 15 you can only upgrade 3 or no 5 6-star parts, so which is not really that good actually, because we do have 9 parts this week, so kind of unfortunate. But let me see what we can do here. So I currently do have up to 14 tickets, and I'm probably not really gonna spend all the other 13 yet, just because I don't want to wait until the end date when they refresh the list to get more 7-star parts in here. So that would be great. So I'm pretty sure this time around they should be adding a ton of 7-star parts, so you guys can potentially get some of them as well. So that's always going to be good for everyone. So let's see what we can get. So I'm gonna walk away with a 6 or 4-star parts already, so that's good. Standard parts on. Okay, let's a full parts already. And what are we getting? Okay, we're actually getting a battle lock part over here, which in terms of lifelines I already do have everything, so kind of unfortunate we're getting the same old parts. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that should be it, right? I don't think I'm expecting to get anything else. Another standard part, axial leg. Which one is this one? The regular person. Okay, I thought that's the big skill, but nope. Oh wow, another one. Like, what are we getting? Ooh, cold sword. Alright. Ooh, I don't even have that. Nice. We'll take that. And there you go. So this is probably my first time pulling like an actual 7-star part, so that is actually kind of huge. So I would definitely take that. I do actually have the L-Bash for this one, but I don't think I'll be working on any arm at the moment, because I think right now I have 3 7-star arms already, so I don't think I need anything more at the moment. So that's it. So I think I probably have more than that, maybe 5 actually. So yeah. Alright, so now let me do actually hop into some EXQ testing, and that is going to be it. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we are back at my usual testing place over here. So just gonna be doing this same things that we are doing. So what are we looking like? So let me actually test out a GN. Oh, I was about to say GN. No, SD spin sword. Whoa, I didn't even see that. Hold up. I was too caught up doing commentary. So we got knocked out. So this is definitely not a very good EXQ to be running, definitely. So let me try that once more. Okay, so it does have like a semi-good animation to it, because there's like a little bit of a cutscene. That's actually good. So let me get front and center. I just want to see what kind of like range we're looking at. So okay, it's actually not that bad. Like, we move quite a lot, so we're like front and center right there. So that's not bad. So what about the Transam version? Is there any awakenable? I don't think I spotted any actually. So let me do come up here, and then can we actually? Ooh, we can hit actually. Nice. Look at that pose. Okay, we like that. Definitely not bad. It's definitely a very good looking EXQ. So this one's just gonna. Oh, okay. Why does that look so good? Oh my gosh, that side profile shooting actually looks pretty clean. I actually like that a lot. Okay, that looks so menacing. I don't know. I just kind of like that actually. Obviously, it can be disturbed, so that's obviously not the best thing in the world. So can we actually get multiple kills in this one? No, we're gonna get knocked out first. Right, yep. That's how it goes, because these shot attack are actually stunned. They actually stun right there. So not be down actually, not stunned. I didn't get stunned. I just got knocked out. Okay, what a poser this one is. Yeah, that spinner looks really cool. All right, we just blitzing through this right now. So let me activate this one more time to get some speed increases, obviously. So I just want to see if we can actually get the charge from here. Oh, okay, we love that. What? This branch is insane, actually. What are you doing? I think that one hit the barrier, but what kind of range is that? Like, keep that in mind, I'm not using the actual, like, normally basis, like, for middle shooter, and then the long shooter's job license, and we are getting that much range? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Hold up, right here. Oh my gosh, this is crazy good. Man, they out here making these welfare weaponry extremely good out of nowhere. Like, okay, we'll take that actually. Nice. Let me do the charge shot, and then we're out. Bam. And that's it, right? Yep, that's it. So that being said, that is going to be the quick EXQ testing, running it with you guys up here. So I am definitely very pleased in how they handle it. I think the GN or the SD spin attacks looks very good. Although you can't get knocked out, so that is going to be the unfortunate factor. But in terms of the actual charge shots, I was not expecting to get that big a range. I thought it was gonna be like an actual charge attack, and then it's gonna charge like a few seconds, or not like a few seconds, like a few milliseconds, and then gonna fire that off. But I was not expecting that good of a range. So that is definitely some viable EX skill that you can potentially use in like battle circuit for example, or just some other event that you can think of. So with that being said, that is going to be pretty much it in terms of testing out the Valkylander EX skill with you guys over here, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one.